To be honest, just about any time you have to cut someone off, it gets crazy or weird. People just don't get it. I don't want to cut them off because I probably won't get a tip, and that also means I can't sell you more alcohol. Most recently, this guy who must have been in his 70s kept buying drinks for girls at the bar. What made it weird is that he would buy a guy's girlfriend a drink and tell the guy he could buy his own. He became aggressive about it after a while, and I cut him off. He insisted on seeing the top manager. I told him I was a bar manager, but he wouldn't accept that. I called over the assistant manager, who is not my boss. To appease him, he proceeded to tell him that he had to pay his tab now or we would just call the police. The guy then said he would only pay for the drinks that he had, $20 of the $80 tab, until we once again informed him that we have a very good relationship with the local police, and it would be in his best interest to just pay and leave. He paid, looked at me and said, "Here's a tip, $20, and said, "I'm not an asshole like you." I offered to call him a cab, and he said, "Fuck off," and left. One girl who had been alone at the bar and sat next to him called the next day saying that she thought she had been drugged. This is just one example. A non-service industry person could not imagine the shit we have to put up with. I agree most of us are just big babies, but many of us have seen some shit. When I was 16, I had a fake ID and decided to go to a gay bar by myself because some friends bailed on me. While there, an older gentleman bought me a drink. He wasn't a creeper and he definitely wasn't unattractive. I accepted the drink and began talking to him. No big deal. As the hour progressed, I felt myself feeling strange. I mentioned that I felt like I had a headache and this guy helped guide me out of the bar. As we were walking down the street, the thought of, "Oh God, he's drugged me, I'm going to die," came to my head. I tried to get away, but I was so drugged up that I could barely walk, let alone speak. It also didn't help that I had really large goth platform shoes because I was going through a phase. Anyway, this guy brought me to his SUV and began undressing me. As a final act of defiance, I hit him over the head with my platform shoe. He then punched me, and I remember thinking, why don't they ever give workshops to gay guys about being victims of rape too? While I was as careful as possible, I never saw the guy slip something into the drink. I even watched the bartender make the drink. Anyway, I lied there completely paralyzed while this pervert was lubing up. I locked eyes with his for a moment, and that's when it happened. A very large and angry drag queen opened the door of the vehicle and beat the shit out of my attempted rapist. She and her other drag friends helped dress and care for me while the police arrived. I was saved by a group of guardian drag queens. They were basically the modern-day angels from heaven. Back in the day, I was a bartender at a popular bar just off the campus of a large university. Most of our patrons were college grad students or professors, a few blue-collar regulars. Overall, a fun place to work, and I really liked the patrons. But the creepy random drunk guys, I'm a girl, were not fun. As a pretty young female bartender, you realistically know you'll have guys hitting on you. I took it in stride, and could easily sidestep the "do you have a boyfriend" questions without upsetting or leading the guys on. But this one guy that came in, I'd never seen him before. Average-looking dude, maybe early 30s, came in sober and the bar wasn't busy yet. We chatted about various things, sports, Jeopardy, it was on TV at the time because early evening, school, etc. Didn't get a creepy vibe from him. Several hours later, however, he was getting pissed that I had to serve lots of other patrons. Obviously gets busier the later it gets on a Friday. So then while I had a short downtime, and I was standing behind the bar washing glasses, he asks me the question, did I have a boyfriend? I thought for a few seconds on how to answer the best way with this particular guy. I told him that no, I didn't have a boyfriend, I had 2 boyfriends. Very matter-of-factly. He laughed and really seemed to like the answer. He was like, "Nice." Usually my tactic was to be one of the guys with regular male patrons. However, an hour later, the same guy very belligerently demanded my phone number. Obviously, nope. He started yelling things like slut, whore, bitch, etc. at me, and the bouncer gave me the "do you need me" look. I waved him off at the time, thinking I could easily handle this guy. I was very, very wrong. Within the next 30 seconds, I hadn't even cut him off yet. He quickly jumped on top of and over the bar in order to put his hands around my neck. Another patron yelled for the bouncer at the same time he himself jumped over to tackle the creeper. The entire bar just erupted, wanting to beat the shit out of this guy. The bouncer got him out safely and called the cops. Yes, it put a damper on my night. I watched a lot of PSA videos about how important it is to make sure that drunk people aren't taken advantage of. It paid off last weekend, but I'm kind of shell-shocked to see such a situation firsthand. I prevented a guy from separating a very drunk girl from her friends. The guy was pulling her away from her friends and trying to convince her to go back to his place with him. He was very aggressive and was ignoring the significant language barrier between them. Her English wasn't good. He was sober. She was drunk and confused. I saw that she was very confused and was protesting his attempts to take her away from the bar. So I stepped in and asked if she was okay, spoke in a common language, gave her a hug since she wanted a hug, and told the aggressive guy that I was her friend. The look of disappointment and disgust on his face, I guess I just cock-blocked him, oh God, made me sick to my stomach. I realized beyond a doubt that he didn't have her best interests at heart. Once I separated her from him, she kept hugging me and started crying because she couldn't find her friends. She was really upset that the guy was trying to take her to his place, but she wasn't able to say no easily and she was scared. She wasn't steady on her feet, which was worrying. Once my male friends saw that there was a situation at hand, they sprung into action to make sure that we could find her companions. We eventually located her pals just outside the bar with one of their friends who had way too much and was tossing his noodles, and they were able to get her home safely. She was really intent on giving me her phone number, so I was able to text her in the morning and follow up. I'm happy to say that she is fine now. She even wants to go to a party together sometime. I'm still really stunned because I haven't experienced a situation like that before. It's good that I was able to help her, but even better that my male friends saw how important it was to look for that kind of situation. Once they realized something was going on, they immediately got involved, steadying her, helping her group get a taxi. But her distress didn't even register on their radar at first. Not noticing it really shocked them. So everyone, please take a look around your surroundings as you leave a bar or club. It doesn't cost much to get a drunk person a taxi. 10 minutes out of your day to ensure someone is alright isn't much of an inconvenience. You might really help somebody and may even prevent a crime. There are human predators who lurk outside bars to try to take advantage of inebriated people, and that's just awful. We have to watch out for each other. I hope that sharing my experience will help others remember to keep an eye out for drunk people who could use a hand. Hey guys, as I'm recording this, I have 515 subscribers currently, and I just wanted to say thank you so much to every single one of you. You guys have made this journey amazing. I don't even have the correct adjectives to describe what you guys have made this for me, but it's been truly a great experience. And thank you so much for listening. I appreciate every single one of you. Margbot out.